Alright, hi guys. So, I've never done a video like this before. I don't know what I'm doing, so I hope it comes out okay. But yesterday, I took my son to our local swap meet, and we walked through, we found some cool stuff. I might do some other videos on a couple of the things that we bought. But literally at the very last moment, as we had wound our way through every aisle and were approaching the exit, we passed by a guy who had a blanket out and a bunch of random junk, and on that blanket, in the pile of random junk, I spotted what looked to be an old Atari computer with a bundle of cables. And me being me, I started poking around and asking about it. And the guy said he wanted 60 bucks for it. It was a little much for me, but we haggled a little bit. And he also included a box of random crap that he thought might go with it. And my son was hungry and tired, and it was hot, and I didn't feel like being there any longer, so I just said sure. I ended up paying 40 bucks for everything and managed to get it home, but I haven't actually gotten to look at what I bought other than just seeing the computer and some cables. So this isn't exactly a normal unboxing video necessarily, but it's it's a box that I will be unpacking, and it's got old computer stuff in it, Atari stuff. So I thought, what the hell, I'll make a video. So that's what I'm going to do right now. For maximum dork factor, I'm probably going to stick my GoPro on my bike helmet so that you guys see what I'm seeing while I'm seeing it. So enjoy it. I hope it's as amusing for you as it is for me. All right, here we go. So I am now wearing my GoPro on my bicycle helmet, the things I do for love of old computers. And here we have it. This is an old Atari computer and a box of crap that I haven't actually gotten to look at yet, so I don't necessarily even know what I purchased here, so I'm kind of excited to see what we got going. So let's start with the obvious. Here is the Atari. This is an Atari 800. It's a 8-bit computer from, I think, 1979, 1980, in that time frame. It's got a hardwired, I'm guessing, composite video cable. Yeah, and that is non-removable. It's also really gunky. God, that doesn't feel good to touch it. But you can see it just sticks out the back of the machine, so good luck if you don't want that. It's really dirty. It's surprisingly heavy. I think I used to have one of these things years ago. I don't remember having spent a lot of time with it, but I don't remember mine being this heavy. I'm not sure what that means, but this thing, it's cold. I think it's actually made of metal. It spent the night in my car last night, so it was outside, where it's a little chilly out today. I think the case is metal. I remember reading somewhere that these were made out of some kind of machined and molded aluminum case. So Atari was doing Apple 20 years before Apple was doing what Apple did. But in any case, it's a heavy, chunky, very 70s beige kind of machine. It does seem to be missing a key, but the mechanism, I can't tell if you guys can tell this, but the mechanism does seem to be working in the sense that when I push it down, there's two little copper contacts inside that come together like a claw to make the connection to trigger the number one, I'm assuming. I don't know if there's a number one key in this box. That would be awesome if there is, but if not, I'd have to hope I can find one. Under the door, there's a pull to open latch, which is very gunky. And under here, we've got left cartridge and right cartridge. I don't know what DOM means. Kind of interesting. And my God, those cartridge slots are super dirty. Super, super dirty. I've actually got a flashlight here. I might as well use this. Oh, wow. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing was left sitting for a long time with the cartridge door open. Plus, there looks to be a ton of crumbled up foam rubber, which I'm guessing came from some kind of a shield that probably went there. If you can see, there's, yeah, a bunch of rotted out foam rubber there. Let's see what else we got. Close this back down. Alright, we've got switches on the side. Channel 1, channel 2. Probably for the composite video out, I'm guessing. Maybe that's RF. Jeez. Power in, power on off, monitor, and some kind of peripheral port. And that's it. On the bottom, we've got a sticker. Model number Atari 800. Serial number. Manufactured by Atari in Sunnyvale, which is just like 30 miles south of me right now. And I'm not sure what this is. some kind of handwritten serial number, maybe? Interesting. And it says Atari/182. Now, I can't swear to it. I don't know Atari's serial number conventions or anything, but I wouldn't be surprised if that means that this was built in January of 1982, which would be hilarious because I was made in January 1982 as well, so that'd be kind of funny. So there we have it. That's an Atari 800. Not the cleanest machine ever, but hopefully I'll be able to get it apart, clean it up. Oh, and on the front we've got 4 joystick ports. Neat. So, man, it is really filthy. I'm hoping, I don't know, it's got this really interesting texture embossed into the case. It would be cool if I can get this gunk out. It might need to soak it for a while. I'm going to look that up. I don't want to ruin, if this is actually, if this is actually some kind of molded aluminum with paint on it, I don't want to eat away at the paint. So yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of research. Let's get to the good stuff. Let's see what we've got in this box. All right. So we've got an Archer Deluxe competition joystick for home video games with what appears to be some kind of a Pac-Man knockoff on the very snazzy Radio Shack TV. Let's see. Oh, cool. It's actually in here. Look at that. Beautiful. Hey, even got some kind of paperwork. Oh, cool. It's got the receipt. Very nice. From July 17th, 1986, one joystick bought by Jay Lunsford in Castro Valley, California. And he paid $11.66 for it, he or she. And there you have it. Custom manufactured in Hong Kong for Radio Shack. Very nice. Not a bad feeling joystick. It's got nice click action on the buttons. They're a little wobbly, but feels pretty good. And it's got that classic Atari style joystick port on it, which looks super chewed up, which I'm assuming means this one was used a lot. So good on you, joystick. God, I love having the paper receipt. That is too cool. Something about that. Anytime I get an old computer and it comes with any of the old paperwork or, I don't know, the artifacts that made it through the life of the device to find its way to me, somehow that makes it extra special. I don't know. Somebody signed this thing 32 years ago. Now I have it. I don't know. That's just really cool to me. Close that up. Next up, we've got, oh, this is cool. Look at this. The Atari CX85 numeric keypad. Man, that's pretty fly. Oh, it's got 3 different optional routing options for the cable, because the cable is hardwired. You can't unplug that. That's really neat. And it makes sense. You don't have a numeric keypad on here. And for anybody who is doing any kind of data entry, database stuff, anything like that, spreadsheets, you'd probably want something like this. So there you have it. That's pretty cool. We've got some books. Atari 400/800 personal computer. Looks like maybe the owner's manual. I love that it's in a 3-ring binder. Very classy. The basic reference manual. That makes sense. I remember reading something on Wikipedia a while ago that Atari had intended to use the pretty typical Microsoft BASIC for these machines, but that there was some incompatibility there, possibly relating to the fact that this was the first home computer line that had dedicated coprocessor chips. So I don't know. I should probably double check that. I can do some more research, but I think that might be why they ended up contracting out for a better version of BASIC that was more suited to these machines. Let's see. Oh, neato. We've got the Atari 410 cassette tape drive program recorder. And it came paused for me. How convenient. Very nice. Wow, that's really clean. I mean, it looks great. I had a cassette tape deck for my Commodore 64 when I was a kid. No, I take it back. It was for my TRS-80. And it worked in the sense that it would load programs off a cassette and save them back to a cassette. But it was also the most miserable goddamn piece of crap ever because it took forever to load anything. It was just agonizingly slow. So I wouldn't be shocked if this is a similar experience. I don't think many home cassette drives were super snappy. But it looks like that's the same shape as this connector on the side of the machine, and yeah, what do you know, fits right in there. So cool. Now I've got a storage medium for my new Atari. Let's see, we got another book, Atari Basic for the 400 and 800. Very cool. Very, very cool. Can't wait to probably not spend a ton of time programming this machine. Alright, now to the good stuff. We've got some boxed software. 2 computer games, 3D Tic-Tac-Toe. Contains 1 cartridge for use with the Atari 400 or 800. Now you can play Tic-Tac-Toe from a 3-dimensional perspective. This game cartridge also contains Bottoms Up, a variation of 3D Tic-Tac-Toe. And look at that, we've got the cartridge inside. Maybe something else. Looks like there's something else in there. We got the cartridge. There she is, 3D Tic-Tac-Toe. If I pop the bottom of this box, there might be a manual. It's hard to tell. Manual or maybe a catalog? Oh yeah, manual. Cool. Oh, it's a poster. Ah, cool. They provided it as a poster? Oh, nope, it's not a poster. It's a manual just in a really awkward format. It's like a magazine centerfold with 3-ring hole punches in it. But it does get into the details of how you play 3D Tic-Tac-Toe. I wonder if in the future, before you become a Starfleet captain on the USS Enterprise, before you learn how to play 3D chess, if all Starfleet officers were required to learn how to play 3D Tic-Tac-Toe, you know, for beginners. That's a pretty bad joke. Alright, put this away. It's interesting that it calls out the left cartridge slot. There must be some difference between left and right cartridge slots. Again, I'm not super familiar with this machine, but I'm assuming maybe it'll try to boot from the left slot first or something. Alright, we've got Super Breakout, and it's still in the shrink wrap. Very nice. Looks to be kind of a similar deal. Got the cartridge and a manual inside. Cartridge looks really nice. It's brand new. It doesn't look used. Super cool. How cool is it to still have the shrink wrap on this thing 30 plus years later? That's awesome. Alright, we've got an invitation to programming 1. Fundamentals of Basic Programming, complete with this really trippy, like, sci-fi style artwork. That would not look out of place on the front of an old sci-fi novel. That's great. Retailed for $24.95. Oh, this is an audio cassette. Look at this. Contains 1 cassette for use with the Atari 410 program recorder. Dang, look at that. That is dope. Awesome. God, I love the colors on this old stuff. That is so cool. Oh, it's got the limited 90-day warranty. I have a hunch that has come and gone. Not a shock. Put that back in there. Man, that's great. That is super cool. Okay. And we've got computer program cassette Hangman. This looks to be another audio cassette. Oh yeah, it's in there, but it doesn't have a box. Interesting. There's no case for the audio cassette. But there it is, Hangman. I wonder if it didn't come with a case because there's a budget title, or maybe the case just got lost along the way. And then we've got computer program cassette States and Capitals. And again, look at that artwork. God, that's great. And it's another audio cassette. This one with the case. Starting to make me think that that one's probably just missing the case it came with rather than not having come with one. There you go. Man, really, really cool. And the instruction manuals are there as well. Neat, neat, neat. Alright, let's keep digging. What else we got? Got a game pack. Space Invaders! Woo! Nice. Now that sure looks to be the Atari 2600 style cartridge. Do those work in this machine? That'd be pretty cool. Nope. I'm guessing somebody just saw Atari and threw it in here, because why not? It's all Atari crap, right? So this is a game for a different machine. We've got Centipede for use with joystick controllers on the computer, I bet. Yeah, left cartridge. So that's an actual Atari 800 game cartridge. Oh, I bet I know what this is. Check this out. This looks like, oh god, it's shedding right now. Gross. This metal bracket is the right shape and size to go in here, and it does seem to be shedding the same kind of disgusting rotted out foam rubber that we're seeing flaking off all over the place. I'm not going to put it back in there because I don't want any more of this junk to get in the machine than is already there. That is not helping anybody. I don't know what that's for. Interesting. Oh, it keeps the door open. So why would anybody want to keep that door open? I don't get it. All right. Another game, Star Raiders. That name's really familiar. Gotta look that up. That looks cool. We've got an old Matchbox car. Excuse me, Hot Wheels car. All right, cool. My son will like that. What else we got? We got Basic. Oh, used with console keyboard. Interesting. Interesting. So I guess there's no Basic built into the machine like you would find on a Commodore or Apple II or TRS-80. I guess you needed the cartridge to program in Basic. Interesting. What else? Ooh, we've got Kicks or Quicks. I'm not sure how you say that. Quicks. Quicks. We've got more cassette tapes and another cartridge. Space Invaders, but now it's Space Invaders for the computer. Left cartridge slot. Awesome. We've got a cassette, Writing Programs 2 and Writing Programs 1. I kind of have a hunch those go with one of these basic development tutorial things. I'm guessing that's writing programs as in how to write programs, not programs for writing, but that's a guess, I don't know. We've got a box down here. What's in this box? Quantity 1, numeric keypad, made in Hong Kong. It's covered in cobwebs, that doesn't bode well. And drum roll, please. It's another numeric keypad. What? Amazing. This looks brand new. It doesn't look like it was ever used. Ooh, yeah, those keys are nice and clicky and stiff. I wonder, I don't know, whoever owned this machine before ended up with an extra numeric keypad. That's interesting. I wonder why or how that happened. It's still in the box. That's pretty cool. Neat. Again, there's something fun about having the boxes and receipts and papers and stuff to go with a machine that's nearly as old as you are. It's pretty cool. We've got a drill bit. Always important to keep a drill bit near your 8-bit computing projects. Another audio tape. States and capitals, instructions, and games. Oh, so this goes with this. But didn't we? Alright, hello again. My battery in my GoPro died, so I had to run and swap it out. So we've got States and Capitals, and States and Capitals. I guess I've got 2 copies of this tape. Interesting. I wonder if that was a really popular title, and maybe the owner of the machine ended up with an extra, or I don't know. It's always funky. It's weird, but I find that when I end up with an old computer, just somehow the universe keeps bringing me things to go with that old computer. Maybe the same thing happened to the previous owner of this machine. We got another cartridge, Defender, but that again looks like a Atari 2600 style cartridge. It probably won't work on this machine. But then again, maybe there's some trick with this machine, I don't know. Atari was a little wacky, so maybe there was some adapter that you use 2600 games on here. I don't know. Guess I'll have to learn about that. And then we've got this rat's nest of cabling, everybody's favorite. Oh god. There's a lot of cables tangled up in here. So I'm going to probably just play the Benny Hill theme while I'm doing this. And then we got this power brick, which I'm hoping this is the right style, and it is, fits in like a glove. So I don't have a TV handy, which I would imagine would accept this machine's, what I'm thinking must be composite output, or maybe even RF output. I've got a nice flat screen plasma in the room behind me, but I have a sneaking hunch this probably wouldn't work too great with it, but I might try that later. But in the meantime, I'm just going to say, what the hell? Try plugging this thing in and see if sparks fly out of it, or if we get a power light. If we get a power light, that's a pretty good sign that there's at least something working within the machine. So yeah, cross your fingers. I'm either about to see a power light here, or I'm about to electrocute myself and burn my house down. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Well, none of my expected outcomes happened. I got no power light, but I also got no smoke, no sparks, and the power in my house didn't just shut off. So maybe this thing's dead. Maybe this light's busted. Maybe this power brick is bad. A lot of variables at play here. But in any case, I got a whole pile of cool Atari stuff for 40 bucks, and sooner or later I'll probably figure out how to get this thing working, but first step would be just to clean it up. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this video as much as I've enjoyed lugging this stuff around from the swap meet yesterday, and I'll post updates if I get anywhere with all this. Bye!